Look at yourself in the mirror and just like, I'm a work of art. I am a fucking work of art. I should be put in a museum. That's that's one thing I'm hearing. Really, I'm hearing if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, single ladies. But specifically like that part, and then also because you had your turn and now you're gonna learn what it really feels like to miss me. And I'm eating blueberries. Like blueberries could be significant for you. So I kind of want to see just like what's going on in this. I grabbed this for a reason. I was about to second guess it, but which somebody could be second guessing their decision at this time. And as I say that, stress and conflict come out. Differences, clashing. Pride winning over. The color burgundy could also be very significant. Kind of like, I know we don't, love her, but maroon, the burgundy. Wow, that's one of the burgundy on my t-shirt. So Scarlet was maroon. Those lyrics failing me is crazy. But it just kind of feels like a shock to the system, like something that's happened. But we got depth here. Maybe depth of emotion, value, seeing your own value. Being illuminated on the depth of your feelings or vice versa. I just saw 444. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggerating. And a package was just delivered at my door. Like, literally just saw the person walk away. Could be getting a delivery. Expect something. Let's... Okay. Stress, conflict, pride. A mask. And lack of depth or misplaced values could all be significant within this dynamic. I kind of feel like, okay, remember it's here, like bittersweet, this confirming stress. I kind of feel like this is kind of you that's kind of stressful. When you're really upset about something and you don't really want to be upset, so you're just kind of like, oh well, like this is the bed they made sort of situation. As a way to kind of ease what it is that you're feeling. It's like longing for this person, wanting this person, and just being like, okay, well they had their turn and now they have to lose me, right? Kind of being forced to make this decision. So this could be something that just like this feels very recent. This doesn't feel like a lot of time has passed here. Conflict, confusion. Maybe over like what went wrong, right? Because you are reminiscing. It is causing you a lot of stress. So you're like clearly looking at the conflict from all angles, going over memories and whatnot. maybe where your pride got in the way, conflict over their pride. It kind of just seems like an instance where you don't know what you have until it's gone on their end. Also, I'm a little like, I feel like apprehensive, and I keep looking at the door because that was just so unexpected. Maybe someone's better like pop up on you unexpectedly, like knock on your door. An unexpected encounter. I'm also hearing pride. To came out with that. Confession and trapped. Twin flame at the bottom here didn't come out. Depth. Shallow running. There's that longing. One more for this. Okay. Time, ecstasy, under shallow running, which is under depth. Bluffing. Hold on, I might still leave this in here. It might be relevant later, but I really wanna like really cleanse this out because this feels like 3 readings ago. Like same cards, kind of confirming the same thing. So either this is coming back around because something like I don't know. Just give me a second. I wanna cleanse really quickly. Now it could just be a running theme amongst like lovers of understanding where they were taking you for granted, right? And now I'm just really longing for you, but it's not coming from a very pure place. That's why I was kind of confused. Like this doesn't seem genuine. It seems like reheated nachos, one, but just kind of like been there, done that. They've said this before. This has happened before, right? Like cycles sort of thing. And that all they have to do is say that they're, that they're sorry, that they were putting up a mask, that they were bluffing and working on healing and just super stressed out. And it sounds like bullshit. Like, and maybe that's like going back to because the reading this reminded me of did speak of marriage, like a proposal being like a thing. This was maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 readings ago. So I don't know, it's like, when I don't think this is necessarily what happened, but when you give someone an ultimatum, like, okay, it's been long enough. We've been together for 7 years. Either you're going to commit to me and marry me or you're not. It's like that energy without the actual ultimatum. And I don't think that amount of time has passed, but it's just kind of like either you are actually going to see my value and commit to me, or I'm just going to have to like move on to the next person, the next thing, move on by myself, all that kind of stuff. But I want to get kind of a confirmation, like with what's just going on within your energy. And I just got chills. Hold on. I feel like all twisted around, like all turned around with this. Okay. Your current energy. Hierophant sideways. Knight of Cups. Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Why do I feel like all of a sudden now I'm picking up on like more masculine energy? One more. But Queen of Cups. With the Five of Pentacles being right in the center. Ooh, give me a second. Okay. One more for this Hierophant, please. King of Cups. The King of Cups out and the Queen of Cups out. Unfortunately, I feel like this is two separate energies here, like within your own energy. Let's get some more. Two of Pentacles. Adaptability, balance. The High Priestess. I keep looking, I'm like, the energy's weird right now. The energy's really, really weird right now. But okay, we have the High Priestess, the Hierophant, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. This is two separate energies. This is like spiritually, emotionally, someone wanting to, or like weighing their options on going towards a situation that kind of seems barren, destitute, desolate. Think just the desert, right? Like not knowing. There's a not knowingness that's here. And trying to juggle what it is that they feel like energetically versus how this was left. There could have been a very huge focus on money. When we started this at the bottom of the deck, I didn't show you guys, but like obviously I saw it, was the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the King of Pentacles out here, and right in the middle is the Five of Pentacles. So money could have been a very like significant thing within this relationship, whatever. This could have been something that really caused a lot of the stress, a lot of the conflict. Maybe showboating, like how much money they had. That's coming to mind, especially how that mask card came out. And I'm hearing two things. Trying to juggle different like versions, like perceptions, as in like the different personalities that a person is presenting to you, trying to juggle that, right? But also you being able to just, like, it doesn't seem like money was a thing for you. You had a huge balance over your own life. And one more for the high priestess, please. Three of Swords. Two of Pentacles, High Priestess, Three of Swords, right after the Queen of Cups. So while this person was focused on getting their financial affairs in order, it feels like you were kind of focused on your like your subconscious, and kind of the betrayal of this, juggling your focus between earthly matters and like your emotional health and well-being. This is insane. I'm not liking the energy of this thus far. And I have a feeling that later in the reading, I'm going to find out that I was reading this kind of wrong, which does happen sometimes with readers, especially when the energy is kind of mucky. The Lover's, Temperance, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups. Hold on, I want to... Okay, here's the energy as I'm seeing it. Emotionally, spiritually, masculine energy, King of Cups and the Hierophant. Wanting to balance things out and move toward a situation that was left barren. Nothing there, right? Nothing can grow from this, right? To show how they have grown and transformed. You might not have been aware of the stress that they were under and the conflict of like their financial woes. Like, you might not have been aware of that, but they're now presenting differently and they want you to see them presenting differently. On the other hand, there's you. Balancing like how it is that you feel. We got the Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, High Priestess, Three of Swords. Kind of juggling more so, I think, with like an understanding of something and I got it now. Subconsciously juggling with what it is that you want versus the reality of a situation. Because this isn't the Three of Swords reverse, which would speak to the potential of, like really healing, releasing, letting go. But it also could speak to reconciliation. This is just upright. So this is just the heartbreak, right? Like the heartbreak of the mind. How this has really been a mind ache for you. And balancing like that betrayal and understanding, like going within your own subconscious. I keep saying subconscious weirdly. To make sense of this, make peace with this. And here with like the Lovers, Temperance, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, it just kind of feels like honestly you're kind of understanding that you guys weren't on the same page. You didn't have the same values. And I said this at the beginning, and I don't know why this part just stumped me so much, but it did for a second there. Like values wise, you guys weren't on the same page. This did not bring you a sense of like stability or tranquility or equilibrium. Like this wasn't in harmony. It wasn't in alignment with what it is that you truly want and with what you seek out of connection. And it's like you're now juggling those emotions. You're now able to actually see beyond that and see this Three of Swords for what it is. Which is why Strength is at the bottom here. Judgment. Sideways. But there's still a decision to be made here regarding this. That could go either way. That's going to affect... There she is. Waiting on that. The way that you go about something that's coming up, and we'll get into that, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, is really going to set up you financially. It's really gonna affect your own like financial security. Now it's kind of crazy that I just did a wash of the cards before, because Twin Flames was at the bottom of the deck there. And you guys have mirrored cards. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Hierophant, High Priestess, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And you have the Lovers. So all of this is swirling around within your energy at this time. What's the advice here, Spirit? Whatever this is, you're going to need to think very logically. You're actually going to need to tap into your own masculine about how, like, your own masculine energy about how to move forward. Like, how to see beyond all of this. You know what it is? There's something coming. There's something coming. You're not going to expect it. Even with me telling you this. It's going to make you incredibly emotional. It's going to balance out some things for you emotionally as well, though. And give you the... Like, this has the potential to help you move past this. Depending on what choice it is that you make. But it's very important that you are seeing things clearly for how they are. Seeing things for how they are and letting that dictate how things move forward. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. I also think in that, this person's going to come in presenting very sure of themselves. Very emotionally sound, kind of more put together than you've ever seen, even if you didn't really notice. And clear, concise, like eye on the prize. That's what's driving them forward. This like clarity, this resounding clarity of a situation. But you're being also asked to like sit in that same energy, that King of Swords energy, and decide how it is that you're going to move forward with that. And you can be warm, you can be nurturing, you can be kind, you can also be, you can be compassionate, but it's very important that you keep in mind that this is what you've been working towards. This your own Nine of Pentacles, right? You've been, rebuilding yourself, restructuring your life, right? And this is where this situation was left. This Five of Pentacles. My light just went out. And there's ringing in my left ear. Like one light is still on, one light is out. Like half in, half out sort of energy. What's this Ace of Wands? Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands. This has potential. This has potential, son, to really be different, to lead to everything you've ever wanted. Emperor. Three of Pentacles, 333. All right, let's wrap it up, Spirit. Last one. I don't always take this card, and right now I don't feel like taking it. Last one. And then I'll tell you what just flew out, and you see what did just come out, though? You're going to need to have strength over your weaknesses. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew at some point I was going to go, I think I've been reading this wrong. This is like a lesson in forgiving and understanding and rebuilding trust and not being blinded by your shadow. This is strength. This is overcoming that shadow. And it's working together to do that. One of my favorite readers on here, she always says that you can't go from like a 10 of swords to a 10 of pentacles, and in that same vein you can't go from a 5 of pentacles to a 10 of pentacles. This is like, all of this is the journey to getting to that 10 of pentacles, but it still requires you to stand on your own. Nine of swords at the bottom of the deck here. Like, not falling into old traps. I actually want to, I'm gonna post this as is because hey, it came out the way that it came out for a reason. I want to get into this energy again. This is, I feel like there's more to be said here, because I think I even remember saying the twin flame came out, or twin flame was at the bottom of the deck, and I was like, I think I said something to the extent of like it kind of not mattering. I think it actually does matter. You guys are mirrored pairs throughout. The only thing that didn't actually come out, was just at the bottom of the deck, was the Queen of Swords there. Light fully just went out. As in, like, clarity that's still needed. An aha moment on your end that's still needed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into this later.